Her Story Matters. On today, we have 4 guests who will be speaking about things that they have learned and what they have learned from 2025 coming into 2026. So on today, we have Elise Rodison. She has her master's in community health. She is the director of community health, and she oversees the team of frontline public health workers. Her work focuses increased health knowledge, self-sufficiency, community capacities of Western New York. She's also the mother of 2, and she has a master's in education from Ashford University, along with her master's and her bachelor's. We also have Dr. Daphne Blue, and she is, I don't even know where to start with you, Daphne. She is a full-time teacher with Buffalo Board of Education. She has her doctorate in educational leadership, and she was recognized in 2018 as Western New York's hardest working women. And she's the mother of 3 young men who have all went to Alfred University, Nichols School, and Oberlin College, correct?
Absolutely.
And John Hopkins. We also have Lisa Lewis. She is she has her master's. She's also a licensed mental health counselor. She has her own private practice, and she is working out of 381 Kenmore. She is the mother of 5, and she is married to Michael Lewis. We also have Minister Yvette Lucas. She is the mother of 2 grown sons, 1 grandchild, a godson. She has a heart for her youth, and she is empowering so many through her podcast or her Facebook Live that she does on a weekly basis. She also speaks on several other platforms, and she is the owner of As It Is Written. So thank you, ladies, for coming and agreeing to be a part of the conversation of what did 2025 teach you. So I want you to just sit in that for a moment, and there's no specific orders, but I want to know, what is the one thing that you can think of that you went through or that taught and molded you to prepare you for 2026?
Obedience and listening. Most definitely. As humans, we do not often listen or at the signs of certain things that God is trying to dissuade us from, because we're like, oh, I'm doing this, and we justify and we give people and things the benefit of the doubt instead of taking it for what it is. And it's a valuable lesson, sometimes a hurtful lesson, but the healing process is way better when you realize, I knew I should have listened. I didn't listen. I know this is why this is this, and this is why this is that, and you're starting to connect the dots, and you understand why it is you are where you are. And that healing and that intentionality of it's a part of healing. It's very important.
Okay.
I'm going to say one, thank you for having us. Appreciate the opportunity to talk about this and to share our stories or share our journeys.
Yes.
For me, it's a little different. I was actually sharing with the ladies prior to coming in that 2025, I went into the year thinking more professionally that I was going to be more visible and be visible to play my part and contribute to the visibility of our organization. In doing that, it kind of shifted, and it was like, well, you've been in hiding and you need to be visible and not hide from who you are and you know, what you have going on. So, I took that and you can say I kind of ran with it, because I prior to 2025, and anyone that knows me would know, I always said, I stay out the way. Stay out the way, because people are always like, where you been? I never see you, I never run into you, but stay out the way. But that was also because I was going through just like a number of things I would say last decade. So, and I'm older, so I feel like I'm in this newfound place that, coming into who Elise is, and being comfortable with Elise, and being unapologetic.
My favorite word, unapologetic, intentionally.
Yes.
Well, 2025 was a bit turbulent for me. However, it definitely gave me the strength to make sure that no matter what, who, that I am just showing up being me, the best me that I can be, and not trying to be the savior of other people's dilemmas, and making sure that when I show up, the best version of me is who I give to everyone, especially whatever it is that I'm applying myself to, and at that time, and being very unapologetic, embracing, you know, all of my journey that has gone through thus far, and all of that I've learned from it, and being more intentional of applying what I've learned to make sure that, you know, it continues to enhance who I am, and how I show up. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to walk alone, I should say, you know, and not be invited and not be included. It's okay, and I like that that I'm embracing it in such a way that I, you know, for many years, you know, I am older as well, so I've learned a lot in this journey, and for many years, I wasn't really great or good with, I should say, with being alone, you know, or maybe not even being selected, you know. Rejection was a thing that was a hindrance for me, and now it's like, you know, to God be the glory. Thank you for not choosing me. Thank you for walking away. Thank you for not even being around. It's okay. It's all right. And so I'm loving me. I'm loving me. I'm loving who I am, who I've become, and who I'm growing to be.
That's a great place to be.
Yes.
So for me, 2025, it was the best of times and it was the worst of times.
We can relate.
Yeah. I think what 2025 taught me was humility. Growing up, I always thought like humility was like, don't brag on yourself, and you know, always be kind to people and different things like that. 2025 was the year that I literally got everything I prayed for. Like I got everything I wanted and didn't know how to be there. And I had poured into so many people, and then when it was time for people to pour into me, it was the most uncomfortable thing in the whole entire world. Like I did not know how to do it. And so I learned that like humility is not just giving, but it's also receiving. And I never knew that I would be so uncomfortable in that. And I also learned to be present. Like I said, I got what I wanted and didn't know how to be there because I was living my life in the future or in the past, not in the present. So I am learning a lot about me and just getting comfortable in being who I prayed to be and being where I prayed to be. Yeah, it's weird here. So I'm looking forward to 2026.
No, that's really, really good. So when you're thinking about all of these things that you've said, so what was the defining moment in 2025 that gave you a shift in your perspective or in your direction? Where it just like kind of shifted? Because when you were talking about this, being alone, that was an area that I was like, ouch. And I thought it was something wrong. But then I had to be like, you know what? I was selected to be able to be here. And owning that and not everyone else's opinion.
Right.
Which is so freeing. I want to hear from you.
But being alone, I'm an only child, it reverted me back to my childhood, where I felt like the best self, that I was getting in touch with my childhood and being alone. And understanding that some people couldn't go on this journey that I'm going on. And understanding that I have to leave them behind and be okay leaving them behind. As painful as it was, I had to come into that and understand that I gotta leave you behind. I'm sorry, I love you from a distance and keep it pushing, but you can't attach yourself to my wagon any longer. And although it was painful, now I'm on the healing end of it. It's like, whew, I'm outside unsupervised. Like, this feel good. Like, wait a second, hold on a second. I can eat a bowl of cereal. I don't gotta worry about, well, what are we gonna eat? Well, did you pick something to eat? Did it? So it was just like that freeing moment of getting reliving my childhood of being alone, because I'm an only child, and it was just like, oh, this feels like a peaceful place, you know, and not dimming my light to make others feel comfortable, and understanding that I'm just that high achieving person, and I'm always asking, are you okay? Are you ready for this? So if I apply for this, are you gonna be ready? But it wasn't for them to be ready, it was for me to get ready and understand where I was going, and understanding that I couldn't pull them with me. And they had to do their own trip, whatever God has for them, but I knew that you couldn't come with me. You weren't ready for my ride, and you weren't supposed to be there. And I'm okay with that now.
I think that's funny that you even brought up the alone part. Like, you brought it up and you reiterated and you piggybacked off of it. So why not go with it, right? So I think Mama's defining moment, honestly, was when I was alone. Like, I think I grew in that loneliness. I learned a lot of new things. Like, I did not understand, and I feel like I'm just Lisa from the block, you know. But like, I didn't choose loneliness. Like, I feel like I was forced into loneliness, and in that loneliness is where I grew. Like, my friends didn't abandon me, my family didn't abandon me. Life happened to everybody around me, and it just so happened that where I was, I needed to be there by myself. I had to figure some things out I didn't know all that God was gonna have me receive, and I just think that He was just emptying out my pockets. Like, I just did it. And so, like, yeah, I think in that loneliness, that was the turning point. It was places where I thought people were not gonna show up, and everybody showed up and showed out. There were places where I had no plans for what was gonna happen when I showed up. And then I just showed up there, and now, girl, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Oh, yeah, listen. You know, I'm such an extrovert, and
Really?
I am. And so the thing about that is, I'm learning to be more of an introvert because of the loneliness, being okay with walking alone. Because I feel like God has had me in this place where He has been weeding people away. You know what I mean? He has been, you know, going through and just sorting out getting rid of the clutter, if you will. And that was a little hard for me because I'm so accustomed to, first of all, oh, let me help you fix it, you know what I mean? Let me help you turn it around. And then, you know, just being around people, I just love to be around people. COVID was not great for me. Working at home during COVID was not good for me. And so, but because he has me in this place where I need to do more some self-reflection, I noticed that I was so busy doing so much and trying to make everybody else's life good.
Yep.
So I ignored my own.
Yep.
Wow.
I ignored even, you know, doing things to better myself, you know. And then when it came to ministry, because ministry is such a serving and such and so giving, I kind of got lost in that as well, you know, forgetting about me, and then getting a little upset because people forgot about me as well.
Yeah.
Even though I was showing up for them and I was doing this for them. And then it got to be like it was an expectation that I was there. You know, that I was there. That it was the expectation that I be there, and that I do, and that I give, and that I, you know. However, like they say, you can't pour from an empty cup.
That's it.
You know, and so I was being depleted, but at the same time, so now, let me say this, going back to being an extrovert, I still love people, and I love love. You know, I really do. So even to be single right now, it's like, why am I single? That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? However, it is such a peaceful place.
Amen.
Especially because of all the stuff
The choices
that's
out
going
here.
out, the lack thereof, if you will.
Yes, yes,
You know.
Are you talking about the pee in the dating pool?
You
I'm allowed to say that on here.
said it.
You guys should definitely give me up in there.
Yeah. Yes.
And so that makes me be very comfortable coming home and, if I want a bowl of cereal, and that's all I
Hey,
want, I
you
can
good.
do that.
Mhm.
You know, if I don't want to come home right away, you know, just those little things that we tend to forget because forget that there is some joy in that. There is some joy in peace. There's a lot of peace in it. And so I'm learning how to be introverted now, to a certain extent though, because I still love people. I don't know, God has put so much love in me for people. So I was like, I asked him, why? What is that for?
Because
You know what I
there's a
mean?
need.
And it's the truth, because especially the time that we're living in.
Yeah.
And there's so much hatred and destruction going on. So now, okay, now I called you to be what I want you to be. I want you to be an extension of me, and love like I love. And so even in that,
And
I don't
that-
mind doing it.
But that you do unapologetically and it's authentic.
It is.
And especially to the young people who need it the most.
And I don't, come on, you know, they're my babies. They're my babies.
Yeah.
I love the, oh my goodness, because I just felt, I can go off on a tangent about that. But I just feel like they are, you know, they have been done such a disservice to
Huge
society,
disservice.
society itself, because they gave them so many freedoms, and now, you know, we have what we have, and now they want to wall them up and put them all on the island by themselves. However, you created the monsters. But anyway, that's like I said, I can go there. But so I do. I love empowering people, because I don't, even all of the hurt and pain that I've suffered, you know, it doesn't have that effect on me when you say people hurt people.
Yeah.
Mine is reversed. Thank you. It's reversed, and
But
I
you know
don't-
what it felt like, that's why.
the problem,
Mhm.
and that's the reason for sure.
Sometimes hurt people
That's
kill
why-
people.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And I try to be there because I know what that feels like, and I didn't like it at all. I don't like it when it happens.
But I always
So-
say when hurt people, that's because they're still hurt. They're
Absolutely.
not healed.
They're not
Because
healed.
even if you were hurt and you're healed, you would never wanna hurt somebody else
Yes.
again, because you know what it felt like.
Absolutely.
So I think for me, because I feel like you all have touched on so many areas in my life. So like I said, for me, a lot of this probably started going into 2025. Again, the shift for me happened before 2025. And I you know how you just hold on to stuff and you don't realize you're holding on to stuff. You don't realize,
Yeah,
and
the
it
extra
could
baggage,
be. It
whatever
doesn't even
it
matter
is.
what it is, right? I had a moment where I was just like, and again, being a believer and trusting God, I was just like, Lord, I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to hold on to whatever this is. I don't want to feel like this. And I promise you, it's been like a 5-year journey. I know I said a decade because it's been a lot, but it's been a 5-year journey. But I'm dealing with my health and changes, body changes, loss, dealing with all those things, and dealing with even like stuff at work, like in relationships. And I literally was just like, I released this, I let it go. I don't want to hold on to this. I don't want to hurt. I don't want to hold on to loss of relationships. You know, and I'm getting older, and I want to be healthy. I want to be whole. I want to be happy. And once that release happened, like you said, being humble and realizing, you know, what humble might have been definition previously was not the definition today.
Exactly.
And that and like you said, to receive it. I also have a hard time receiving from others. But I had let so much stuff go, and that was the shift. Letting it go and really letting it go and not picking it back up. And going into 2025 with a new attitude, different emotions, and just knowing that greater, this is something I always say too, I'm like, my latter days are going to be my greater days.
That's it.
And I truly believe that, and I believe that I'm starting to see those things.
And you're speaking it, and it's manifesting.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So now when you all think about all of this, think about how are you prioritizing your personal growth, well-being, and your purpose for 2026 on everything that you've learned by going through 2025.
Putting myself first.
But self-care is not selfish.
Self-care. Wait a minute.
Absolutely it's not.
Yeah, it's putting myself first, because we all of us, I can understand, now I see why you picked us, but we all relate in a way.
Yes.
And you see the selflessness of, I see that in all of you. Like I feel like I'm looking at myself. It's a reflection of myself while you all are talking. And it was putting myself first. Like you said it more than once, living unapologetically. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings or anything like that, but I'm not gonna get my feelings hurt either.
Exactly.
And so I'm choosing me, and I'm choosing wisely.
Come on now.
Wisdom.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, I like that. I need to take some notes. Yeah.
Mine is setting boundaries.
Yes.
I didn't have boundaries, and I understood that takers keep taking, and they don't know how to stop. And I'm on this hamster wheel, like, ta, does this work? Ta, does this work? And I'm like, wait a second, it's not being reciprocal. It's not being reciprocated. So then it's like, hold on, let me pump the brakes. I have to put some buffers and boundaries in place to not only protect me, but understand and let them know that these are my boundaries, and express them, not in a disrespectful way, but I still have that communicated that these are my boundaries and you're overstepping my boundaries. And understanding what they were and re-implementing them, because what I've learned is submission without boundaries is very dangerous.
Wow. Wow.
And I was so easy to submit without those boundaries that I was the one that was being hurt and harmed, but I also hurt and harmed myself because I didn't have those things in place. So learning those boundaries and understanding that no is a complete sentence. I need to do this for me is not being rude or disrespectful. It's understanding who I am at that place and time, and understanding that I have to do stuff for me and do it without feeling guilty for doing it, because it's necessity that I do it for myself. And I started implementing different things, going to a massage once or twice a month, going to get my feet rubbed once or twice a month, understanding that I had to do things for me, and I couldn't expect my partner to do that. But then once I understood that my partner was no longer a partner and a predator, I had to release them, and not only release him, but friends too. And once I released those things, those blessings came in, and immediate, it was just like, okay, this happened at 11:15, by 1:30 I had a new job, like, whoa. And by the end of the week, I was packing up my classroom, moving into administration. So it was just like, what in the world? And this is my first week of being an assistant principal and a teacher. She's like, can you mentor me? And I looked at her and I was like, you know, this is only day 5 I've been here, right? Like, I need help too, sister girl. Like, okay, well, here's this link to help you pass your exam. You know, and it's just like those little things, and I'm starting to see how good God can be, and how it can be greater later in acquiring that wisdom of me and being able to pour into other people and pour even into my adult children, whether you listen or not, but you know that I have that wisdom and I'm willing to pour into you. And it's very important, and I tell my sons this, I'm like, listen, you need to figure out early on that certain people just don't like you. You need to pay attention to what they're doing in their behaviors and how they talk to you and how they treat you. You need to understand what you see is what you're getting. And you can't, and you have to decide if you're gonna deal or you're not going to deal. But giving people the benefit of the doubt, you usually wind up hurting yourself more than anything else. And that's the sad part. And when they show you who they are, believe them the first time. The first time. Not giving them the benefit of the doubt or sweeping it underneath the rug, or, you know, and now I'm here connecting all these dots, like, how did you get here? Like, I'm asking these questions, like, how did you get here, lady? Like, and then I start connecting those dots. That's why there was no boundaries in place. You didn't put yourself first. You were doing this. And I was told, oh, you live in your own bubble. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm living life. But now I understand that bubble, I needed to climb out of it, and I understood that.
Excellent, excellent. So now, what message do you hope that any woman that is listening can take from this? Like, as far as giving an example of something that you do unapologetically as self-care, something that you do that, or something that you may not even be doing right now, but you're planning to do, something that's putting you first.
I think that, so, for me, it's literally accepting who I am. Not just hearing it from other people, but living in who I am. I am a good person. I do good work. I do all that stuff. I do show up for people. So now I'm expecting me out of me. I'm expecting me to show up for me the way that I show up for other people. I've done the whole self-care thing and all that, but the true self-care is to do the hard work. It's not the go and get your nails done and all that stuff. It's the going and doing that self-work. That stuff that hurts, that things that you don't want to think about or you keep pushing back. It's that going to counseling. It's that setting up those appointments. It's that saving that money to get that basement redone, or all those things, because those are the things that are renting space in your head, and those are also the things that you're probably really good at teaching other people how to do. So do it for yourself. Like to truly live is to live those things. And my grandmother used to always say, smart ain't what you know, it's what you do.
Yeah.
So do what you know to do. What you teach everybody else to do that for yourself. That's true self-care.
My self-care is taking myself on vacation in June. I live vicariously through you on Facebook with all your mini vacations.
Don't do that. Last time I did that, I came back with kids. You better watch out. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm too old to do that.
Listen, y'all works in mysterious ways now.
I took her to Disney World and she came back with a souvenir that's still here.
So I think incorporating vacations into my world, my sons, they was like, oh, when was the last time you went on vacation? I'm like, when we went camping? They were like, that was outside. That was when we was like 7, 8, 9. And I'm like, yeah, because I live vicariously through my friends who go on these fabulous vacations on Facebook, and I'll be like, typing papers, and I'm like,
You gotta run away. You gotta run away.
And I am running away
Yes.
this June. I am
Excellent,
running away,
excellent,
and
excellent.
I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm nervous, but
That's okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
And
Excellent.
buying suitcases, new
Yeah.
luggage,
Yeah.
and stuff, and just doing it, and just being able to do it, and not having to wait for somebody to go with me to do it.
And that's true self-care, working through those nerves. Like
Yes.
you nervous, you scared, you do it anyway, and that's where you grow.
Absolutely.
Like there is no growth if there's no discomfort.
Absolutely.
Now that's
Absolutely.
very true.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I like
Growing
that.
pains is a real thing.
Yes.
And you can't fit into the same clothes you fit in when you were 7.
Um,
It'd be real
yeah,
uncomfortable, right?
that's
So you had to grow, and that's exactly what you feel like when you're not allowing yourself to grow. You get uncomfortable, not happy, just can't figure it out. Change your clothes. Wear your size. Wear your size.
I think that's an important piece. Like, what I would want other women to get from the conversation today is allow yourself to grow. Be comfortable with that growth. Yes, take time, take care of yourself. Be comfortable. So I am comfortable being by myself. I enjoy it. I've been like that all my life. My sisters would tell you, when we're all together, I separate from them after a little while. Then I come back. But it's a balance for me. So I think that's another thing too, the balance. You have to balance life as much as you can, but you are in the center of that life. And so you have to just keep that always in the forefront. I think we all have talked about being a mother, being a worker, being an employee, like being a sister, being a co-worker, and the demands that come with life. And how do we do it? We don't realize we're just doing it.
We don't know.
And
it's being comfortable being uncomfortable in doing those things. We say life is lifing, but many of us as Black women, we are consistently on a daily basis uncomfortable doing things that we don't want to do and have to do.
And that's trauma.
yes.
That's
Yes.
trauma.
Well,
Like
sometimes it is, or survival.
literally, and that we wired to just make it through.
Right.
But like, that's not soft life. That's not soft life. Nobody wants to do that. Like, stop making it through. Show up for you. Like, show up for yourself, and then you won't be making it through. You grow, you heal. Everybody around you do too. It's inevitable.
So you're drawing them in. And it's, I'm part of this 21 days of prayer with the True Heart.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Hey, girl, hey. So anywho, there was a speaker, and the speaker said, when you go to throw in a lifesaver to save someone, you can't save that person unless you're anchored. So how are you gonna throw in a lifesaver to save someone, and you're rocky and you're unwavered, and you have to be anchored? And how we say anchored, first of all, is in the Word of God, but owning who we are. And when you own who you are, you can help others to be able to see who they need to become. They can't see who to become because everybody's walking around with a mask on.
Yeah, they
Instead
don't-
of being authentic.
They don't know how to be unapologetic because they ain't never met nobody who was
And
like.
that's,
Well,
that's
And all they do is apologize
Right.
for being them.
Yeah.
I used
Yeah.
to be that person.
That might be me tomorrow. I healed yesterday from it, but I don't know. So like, yeah.
But that's what be you. Be you and be great.
Yes,
And be
everybody else
you.
is taken.
Yeah.
So be
Exactly.
you.
Be you. And you don't have to explain why you want to be you.
That's
You don't
it.
have to explain why you say no. You don't have to
Yes.
explain why you're taking this specific road, if you will, to do what you need to do for you. Don't stop comparing yourself to
Yes.
anybody else.
Yes.
Because you are an authentic person. You have been created especially for a purpose.
Yeah.
One of my things is I am going to be more in tune with hearing the voice of God.
Yes.
And that's the thing, because we tend to say sometimes that everything ain't about God, but it absolutely is.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that
I don't know what that means. That'll cause trouble in my spirit. Like, what that mean?
Because He created us for a purpose. Everyone is special in His eyes. He doesn't have any favorites, That was
Wait,
that
I think
song.
I
that
am
song-
his favorite. No, I think I'm his
The thing
favorite.
about this, listen, let me say that, and that's great because every one of us, can say, I'm God's favorite.
Yeah.
Because I know He especially favors me for certain things and certain times. And that's exactly where the confidence comes in, to know that you being you is good. You don't have to be anybody else.
Nope.
You can't be anybody else because He made you to be who you are. And listen, thank God He made me. Because I remember being in a sermon, and I am the answer to someone else's
That's it.
problem.
That's
You know what
it.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I do, what I have to say, how I treat you can be the answer to what you're looking for. And so hearing God and being very intentional about making sure that I read His Word, because the thing about it is, all the answers lies in His Word.
Yes.
It really
Yes.
does.
Yes.
And so, and that is a very true statement for you who, even if you don't believe, then that's the first step for real. Because all of the answers lies in the Word of God for direction for our lives.
Yes.
And I am so grateful to really have come into the full knowledge of that and the full understanding of what that means. So now I don't have to compete, I don't have to compare, I don't have to feel any kind of way because I'm not chosen or I'm not selected, or you know what I mean?
Born for this.
Or I'm not or rejected, because listen, His no is absolutely a blessing.
Yes.
His no is not
Some
right
no.
now.
That was the biggest blessing.
But we
in my
also
life.
have to realize sometimes no can be God's protection.
Yeah.
for us.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We don't know. See, He knows what's on the other side of that yes.
Absolutely.
And so sometimes, and I know me, I always want that yes, or I want to give that yes. Sometimes it's good just to hear or to be able to say no
Absolutely.
and do it unapologetically. Intentionally, not to hurt anyone, but actually to protect not just them, but myself.
And without explanation. I can
Without
walk away.
an
I can say
explanation.
no, like you said, that's a complete sentence.
Yes.
And there's nothing that needs to come after it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I am, I'm just really relishing in, who God has created me to be. You know what I mean? And listen, His Word is true. His Word makes us free.
Yes.
And that is not just a cliche. That is the Word.
Mhm.
And so for me, I am making sure that His Word is what I live by. Not just to hear it,
That's
but
it.
to do it.
Yes.
To do it. Yeah, not just hearers only.
Yes.
Because, we get stuck in that sometimes. Ooh, that was a good word. What did you do
Do
with
with
it?
the word that you got.
There you got the word.
So, and I love me some Him. I love me
that's
some
right.
Him. He has made the biggest and greatest difference in my life. So, I am definitely going to make sure that I stay in tune with him, because he is the orchestrator of my existence. You know, my destiny lies in his hands. So I need to understand and need to be able to hear and not, this is one of my prayers. This is one of my prayers. God, I want your perfect will, no matter how uncomfortable, no matter the lack of understanding, and no matter the disappointment that it does to this flesh. I want your perfect will to be done in my life. Now, ladies, I can tell you that guess who else heard that? Yes. Guess who else heard that? So I have gone through many trials and tribulations because of it, but I still stand, just like the 12 disciples that went before us. You know what I mean? Making sure that I want to glorify his name, no matter what. I do.
In spite of.
Yes. And I just want him to have his way in my life, because his way is best. Oh my goodness, it's so best that we really don't have the full understanding of that. We can't fathom that, because we still try to do it our own way. We still try to do what we want to do. But we have to come right back, because he knows our heart, and when we really want his will to be done in our life, he gonna make sure it be done in our life.
You better be ready for it. You better be ready for it.
Yes, so as we come to a close, this has been so good. It's been so rich. I just want us to just be able to just sit back and just think, going into 2026, what is one promise that you can make to yourself and to the little girl who you almost forgot about back wherever she was at, so that you can bring her into 2026 with you. So think of something that you can share to bring her into 2026. And while you all are thinking.
Definitely peace
Okay.
and boundaries. And never to dim my light and to make others feel comfortable. Those, I've been living in that in this year, and it's been like, girl, what you been doing? You know, it's like, you been missing all of this? So now it's just like, yeah, I have, not no more. So here I am, embracing everything that I was lacking before, and doing it, and showing up and showing out for me and nobody else, you know, and enjoying that.
Okay, that's good.
To add to that, she's safe. She's safe. And
Yes.
Ooh, that's good.
I think I'm gonna just leave it right there.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
yes,
That's good.
yes.
That's good.
I trust myself more than, anyone else, so, and that's what I said, I'm just leave it right there, she's safe.
That's good. That's good. With confidence. That's good.
I think I would just like give grace, like grace to myself, and just constantly remind myself that you've never lived this day before. Like you literally don't know, and pay attention to the heart that I want God to see, and just acknowledge that, like, there's no ill will, like, you're doing the best you can, and just grace, constantly, the grace that I give to others, give it to myself.
Yes.
It is okay to make mistakes. I'm gonna praise with you.
Okay.
It's okay to make mistakes, because you're growing. Just make sure you learn more of them than you have, and that's still growth. That's still growth. But it's okay to make mistakes. Just learn from them. Learn from them. Yeah.
That's good. then as I'm listening to all of you talk, it's just like, and I even reflect, and I'm sitting here like, okay, I would let the little girl know you did what you knew to do. But when you know better, you do better. Now that we know better, we're not getting stuck no more.
My God.
It's time to grow. It's time to explore. It's time to take those risks. And it's time to just move forward. And I'm gonna take those that wanna go, and those that don't, I'm no ill will, love you,
Absolutely.
but the train is still moving.
Yes.
And we got to get on board, or you're gonna get left behind.
Yes.
So as we wrap this up, I wanna tell you all, thank you. Thank you for walking in your truth. Thank you for believing in your truth. But most of all, thank you for believing in your story, because your story do matter. Thank you.